I work for a society called SPACE. SPACE means the Society to Promote a Cross-Cultural Education. That's a network of 92 universities in 28 countries. And within SPACE, I'm the head of the corporate relations. What does it mean? Well, in fact, I help companies to recruit locally people when they are starting business abroad. And of course, as you may guess, this includes about, so I said 28 countries, most of them in Europe, but also some of them in South America. It's extremely nice to help companies to recruit locally, because I believe in one thing. When you are going to do business abroad, the thing that is maybe the most exciting, of course, to do business. We are here to do business, but it's to give the possibility for local people, first to get a job, but also to mix with you. So I believe that once we understand that the roots of people are the basis of success, I think we are on target. Just one word, I was in Romania a few weeks ago, and it's amazing to see how proverbs, I mean local talk is very important to know and to master when you want to manage people. So that's SPACE. I'm a member of the Alliance Française of Charlottesville. This is the 8th times that I come here, and beside Alliance Française, SPACE, and of course Bacchus. I'm a board member of Bacchus. And the story started 2 years ago. I came here and I met the people from Alliance Française. At Alliance Française, it's a great society, but we have events, and among the events, the classical Beaujolais Nouveau. We have also the 14th of July. And I talked to my colleagues and I said, and what about having something a little bit special, which means a festival of French theater here in Central Virginia. I mean Central Virginia because, as you can see, we will be in Harrisonburg, here in Charlottesville, and also we'll go to Barboursville. Now, the idea, it took 2 years to build the program, and I really want to thank Team Albert. I want to thank the mayor of Dave Norris, of course, that I contacted first, and then all the people here of the business community, and among them Kurt. Because Kurt, he told us, he said, Jean, maybe that's something we should talk about. And therefore, here today, in 6 weeks from now, well, a little bit more, from November 7th to 17, we will have the pleasure to perform here. I talk too much, Anne, so I mean...
Well, you're doing just fine. We have visited all of these different schools, theaters, and have everything set. We have some sponsors. We have commitments from the high schools, from the university students. And we hope you all will join us in this too. Basically, what I'm trying to do with the Alliance Française, with this project, Jacques can tell you a lot better than I can. We've been working on it for 2 years, but I'm going to stick to the kids and the schools. What we really want to do is any money that goes beyond the actual production of this will go into teaching second language and culture, French being our thing, to young children. If any of you can probably remember, you have, if you're, like us, you have children, you might have grandchildren. But we grew up in Virginia, and we started Latin in 8th grade. We started language. Well, it was too late for us to really develop a second language. And I feel that it's very important in this world today to understand other cultures, to work with other cultures. We don't think we need another language, but I think we really do. Because I have taken small children and put them in a play group at 4, and they're correcting their parents' English. If they're French, they're correcting their parents' English when they're 5. It's something that we really need to do. And there's so many children who don't have the means to do this. So this would be French lessons at no cost for children whose parents would not be able to afford to do it otherwise. culture, language, and of course this is coming from a 30-year veteran of teaching school. And of course from my own experience in still struggling with my second language. Bacchus. Jean, you speak so well, why don't you talk about it? Since you're there, and tell them about, you know, the company, tell them about your experiences in Besançon. But before you begin, I have been in that part of the world quite a bit for the last 25 years. And before we ever met, and I had many, many friends and relatives over in east of France. But this was just such a strange thing. When I walked into Bacchus for the first time, I looked around and I thought, live arts, Charlottesville, same kind of thing. We need to do something. Of course, we're sister cities. And it began there. He had thought the same thing. He had come here, had gone to live arts, and it was the same thing. Besançon, Bacchus Theater, live arts. So it was something, and we had a lot of convincing to do. But then we had people on board like Kurt, we had people on board like Kristen Zaskos and in the city, and then we had the leadership from the University of Virginia that just has really gotten on board to do this with us. So we want you to know, we want you to, you know, in any way you can, be part of this with us, and John will tell you more.
Thank you, what are the objectives of Bacchus? Yeah, of course, you understand this, is to promote French culture and language. As Anne said, also it's the opportunity for students and for teachers to meet with actors. Because aside the performances, and now we will show you a few pictures of taken during the performances, but aside the performances, the actors, they will stay here roughly 10 days. They will be guests with Alliance Française families, but they will meet people here, different places, workshops, different meetings, reception, etc. And we want them to meet the young people, so that's why they will go to school. They will be in class with your students, maybe with your children, etc. So this is the other thing, to have young people to know what's a theater company. The thing is that Bacchus is a service company. It's a private, independent company, just like Live Arts. And I'm extremely happy to have met the people of Live Arts. And if you have seen, I don't know if some of you are interested, but you may have received this. This is the next year program of Live Arts. And right on the center of this brochure, you have special events. And here, this is the official announcement of one thing. Live Arts and Theatre Bacchus are becoming sister companies. So this means that we will perform at Live Arts. I will show you a few slides. But next year, Live Arts will come to France. And we have a big project, because since we were in Avignon, those who are interested in arts and theatre, they know that in Avignon, every year in July, this is the International Theatre Festival. Live Arts and Bacchus will perform there. So it's not a one-shot. It's going, and we want it to go on. And then aside this, already at the University of Virginia, but also in high schools, I said to the teachers, I mean, what we would like to, if you have some students interested by an internship, let them apply to come to Besançon and also to come to Bacchus, so we could welcome them during summer. And of course, we will provide host families. So you see, it's a link, and this link has one purpose, to strengthen the links between Charlottesville and Besançon. Aside Bacchus, I meet with the city here. I meet with the city in Besançon. And I know quite well the mayors, of course, and next year, Dave Norris will come to Besançon like Jean-Louis Fousseret, the mayor of Besançon, came here. But we want to do more, and there is one thing I'm really keen about, is to strengthen the links between the business communities. Besançon, it's the capital of a small region in the east of France. We are not far from Germany and from Switzerland. The business, they are small and middle-sized businesses. This is the life of a country. I mean, of course, we have very good corporate, and I work for corporate companies, but I mean, I believe that the essence of business links with the small and middle-sized companies. So if among you, some of you, not today, of course, but are interested in seeing what can we do with same businesses, same type of businesses in the Franche-Comté region, let me know. I mean, we are going to pass around, we have 3 documents. One will be this, because that's about Bacchus Tour, but the other one is about what's Bacchus Tour, who are we, what can we do together. So you will have this with you. And of course, there is a 3rd document for that will illustrate what Anne said.